Not that you guys would know what that is, but it's the Animaniacs. It's their intro song, and since I don't have an intro song, I've been using that one lately. All right, my bad for the delay. I didn't pack any of my stuff. I didn't pack any of my stuff when my camera equipment when I came to Rhode Island, but let's get into these questions. South Kingstown. It was a good time. I thought it'd be a lot colder. And welcome to my home. I was given the advice to kind of explain my situation and why I'm in a van. This is a van. I live in a van. I'm not homeless. I can't have a home. I just like freedom. All right, you guys had 49 normal questions and a few DM me some questions that they didn't feel comfortable asking, I guess. All right. So let's start from the very bottom. Can you listen to Scars by Kid Angel and make a video? It would be sick. Scar by Kid Angel. I guess I should YouTube that. Scar by Kid Angel. Oh, and I don't like to read the questions beforehand. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I see like a Papa Roach song, but I don't think you guys are familiar with Papa Roach. And that was Nick Fasciano. Sorry if you could elaborate on the question. I'm not sure what that is. But Ellie underscore Ellie underscore little said marry Litmus, and I think that's it made me giggle. All right, next question. Zach Redmond 13. If you can choose an animal besides flying fish to be your spirit animal, what would it be? Auntie Beyonce. Who else but Beyonce? If I gave you 10, and this is Aiden M. This is Aiden McGonigal. Aiden McGonigal. I feel confident about that. Aiden asked, if I gave you 10 tries to make a free throw, how confident are you that you can make at least one? Well, Aiden, I'd make 11. I put the work in. Also, hashtag ball is life. This is I'm Young Clorox. I guess you are really white. I guess, yeah, Clorox just for whites. Stay away from Tide Pod, kids. Thank you for helping me chase my dreams. Please check out my music link in bio. Ooh, actually, I will do that after this. And everybody else, since he's in your school, you should be supporting your people. Click his link, like his link, share his link. Listen to his music. Or hers. I can't quite. Oh, his. Okay. Abby Marcotti. She's a swimmer, lacrosse player, and her Snapchat is AJMARCOTTE34. What's your favorite thing from Chipotle? Ooh, let's get into it. All right. What I like to do is I like to get double wrap burrito, right? Get it staggered, right? You got to get it staggered. And then have brown rice, quadruple brown rice, quadruple black beans, extra fajitas, triple sofritas, have them put a lot of corn, and if no one's in line behind me, I have them squeeze a lemon and lime on it, green Tabasco, just a little bit, not too much, and then mix it up after they crunch up a small bag of the nachos in it, and have them mix it up before they roll it up, and that's what love looks like. Shout out to Chipotle. Yep. And Who's next? What's been the hardest part of your career? And that's Knife Dad, Jameson. And boys like him belong in the rain. That's what his profile says. The hardest part of my career is probably been defining it, because I originally got into boxing not for the career aspect of it, and I never really thought about it being over, but realized at like 30 I don't really care to box anymore. It's done a lot of things for me, but the hardest part of it is seeing if I should stop or if I should keep going. I'm not about quitting, but I feel like I might be doing it because it's what I do and just out of habit. So yeah, that's been a very difficult part, is just kind of defining what I want out of the career. Good question. Delaware Hood, that's Delhood_16. What's your favorite thing about boxing? Good question. My favorite thing about boxing would be mentally defeating someone to the point they're so frustrated that they're not hurt, but their pride is hurt, and they no longer want to box against me, but they're already in the ring. And I call that taking a man's soul. That's my favorite part. Just embarrassing someone not by hurting them, just the mental aspect of it. Good question. Next is Scraven_9. That's Sam Craven. Great name, by the way. What is your favorite Rocky/Creed movie of all time? Okay. I've never watched a Rocky movie, and I won't watch a Rocky movie because Rocky perpetuates every negative stereotype there could be about boxers. If you were to look through all of my pictures, and 99% of my pictures, smile, thumbs up, unless there's something in my hands. Why do I do that? To show people that boxers don't have to be angry to box. Every movie depicts boxers as poor, angry, criminals, aggressive. Like, you don't need to be any of those to box. So, yeah, yep. Yeah, so, okay, just making sure the mic was on. Yeah, that's why I'm not the biggest Rocky fan. So I haven't watched any of the Rocky movies. Creed, I think I watched the first Creed movie on a plane, but I'm not sure about that one. I'm going to watch the first Creed movie over again, and then I'll watch Creed 2. That's why I haven't watched Creed 2 yet. But yeah, I don't watch Rocky. And I know he's in the Hall of Fame, which I think is crazy because so many boxers devoted their whole life to boxing and it's not in the Hall of Fame. And I know that he's in the not boxer Hall of Fame category, but I don't think he does enough for the sport that he's made so much money off of. I digress. Good question. And Sydney.loud, Sid Loud, Sydney's question is, where's one place you want to travel? Ooh, good question. I've been to 29 countries, 28 if you don't want to count the Vatican. I count the Vatican because it makes my number seem higher. I would probably want to go to Hawaii, but I don't want to go to Hawaii until I can go to Hawaii, like ball out, go to Hawaii. I don't want to count pennies or anything like that, and I want to be able to go for a month or two. Have nothing to do, just kind of disappear. But my goal is, or not goal, planning this summer, I'm just going to hop on a flight to Europe, the cheapest flight I can find to Europe, and just kind of backpack for 2, 3, 4 months. I don't know. Speaking at schools all year, summertime, I guess is my vacation time, so I'm just going to kind of disappear, go off the grid for a little bit. Good question. All right, Ian Dahl, what inspired you to become a boxer? Joined a gym to lose weight, and I wasn't a very confident person, and I thought I was stupid. Now, I look back at it, I used to think that people were born good at things, and like if I saw someone good at basketball, I'm like, oh man, they're so lucky they can be born good at basketball. But no one's born good at anything. You just have to practice, and you're going to suck at whatever you want to do at first. But those people who deal with being sucky at first, and then they continue to get better and better throughout practice. But I didn't realize that until I actually put effort into boxing to lose the weight, and realize that through that effort, I became a good boxer. Yeah, I guess that's what inspired me. Garrett _ Hauser. And I'm going to try to keep this video under 45 minutes because I think they said you're going to try to play it in the classroom. Garrett Hauser, does Muay Thai. How many amateur bouts did you have before you went pro? Actually never went pro, but I do have about 400 fights. In 2000, I think it was 2013, my goal was to have 50 fights in a year, which was a ridiculous goal. I ended up with 49. But yeah, I like fighting. I like boxing. So I always tried. I never turn on a fight. I fight everyone because why not? Annie _ Carlone. Okay, I literally graduated from SK last year. How'd I miss this? See, Annie, you could have just got left back and you would have been here. But I'm glad you didn't get left back. Hope you're doing great things wherever you are. Maybe one day I'll come to your college or your place of employment in like 6 years or something. Michael _ Shea. Michael Shea plays basketball. Would you box Mayweather or McGregor if you had the opportunity? Would I box them? Yeah, definitely. But it wouldn't be fair. I think Ali's the greatest sports personality of all time, and boxing personality of all time. But I think Mayweather's the greatest boxer of all time, because boxing is about hitting and not being hit, and being in the position to not being hit. And he chose his right fights, and he left the game a champion, 50-0. He said he was fighting for money and championships. He got all of the money, and he got all the championships, and he left. So, with that said, it would be unfair because Mayweather's both those guys are 5'2" and 147 pounds. But yeah, even if we sparred, it would be an honor. Ben Tibbetts. And Bendo got friends, Ben got family. I dig that. Side note, I do think that you should choose your family. At the age where you have some common sense, you should evaluate everyone in your life. Your close friends, consider them family. There might be people in your family that you need to separate yourself from for your safety or for your health or whatever the deal may be. So I think everybody should choose their family. Of course, even if they have the same last name as you, they have to try out be on your team, but they're eligible. And it's not about who's rich and who's successful. It's who cares about you. So I do like that you got family. Ben asked, how much money do you make per fight? Well, we'll say that boxing, like Olympic level amateur boxing, doesn't pay much. But I haven't had my cell phone cut off in a few years, so you can say things are going kind of good. Yeah. What else do we got here? All right, Ashton Cheney. Have you ever considered going pro like Floyd Mayweather? No. When I got into boxing originally, it was just to lose weight. I have no interest in fighting for money and fighting to be able to feed my family. I kind of just like speaking and traveling and having fun. Boxing did a lot of things for me. And forgot my sound bites.
Good question, Gary.
Good question. JD. So Jess McAnty, Jess M. And Jess M's pronouns are she and her. What is in your fanny pack? I need to know. Well. Hold on. let me grab my fanny pack. Also, good question. I have been rocking my fanny pack for some years now, and my fanny pack makes me happy. So what I keep in here: portable charger, keep my gum, wireless headphone, my AirPods, my backup wireless headphones, Sharpie, floss, pen, contacts, business cards people give me, my SD cards for all my videos and stuff that I take when I go speaking, my own personal business cards, dollar bills, y'all. I have one of the new MacBooks, and they don't take USBs, so it's a USB to a USB-C port. I keep that in my fanny pack because when I go to different schools, sometimes they may not have it. It's always important to be prepared. Weirdly, my nail clipper. I keep quarters in here for meters. License, credit card, debit card. Yeah. So everything I need is basically in here. I'm not one of those like I won't wear a purse. The reason like I was dating a girl once and I put everything in her purse, and then when we broke up, I was just like, man, I wish I had a purse. And then I'm. It's not that I'm opposed to wearing a purse. It's just that I would put the purse down to talk to somebody, walk away, and leave the purse right there. With the fanny pack, it's on me. I usually turn it to the side so no one can kind of see. Not that I'm embarrassed by it, but I just don't want to go through the... Is that a fanny pack question? I've been wearing it for about 4 or 5 years now, every day. It's super convenient, and it's efficient. And also, I keep a granola bar in there, a Cliff Bar. More specifically, a Garden of Life bar, because shout out to Garden of Life. They sponsor me. So I'm all about efficiency, and my fanny pack is amazing. Good question, though. Brendan Riley asks, how did you recover from the lowest point in your life? That'll probably be in 2012 after I got kicked off the Olympic team. I didn't handle it exactly. I didn't handle it well. And, of course, I fell dependent on alcohol and other substances, and I lost a bet and had to do the vegan thing for 28 days, and that kind of got me sober because the diet entails sobriety, so I couldn't drink. And after I got out of that funk and had to deal with my depression and the weight gain and everything, I would say being like losing the bet and becoming vegan probably saved my life. Good question. Smiley Caroline, how'd you get the last name Awesome? Well, after I went through the suspension, I decided I didn't like the person I became, and I wanted to kill off the old me. I wanted to kill off the old me symbolically and be reborn into a new, even better person. So I always wanted to change my name because, for many reasons. It was Lenroy Cameron Thompson Jr. I wanted to change my middle name used to be Cameron. I wanted to just change my first name to Cam. And when I was there, I was just like, I could change my last name as well. So paid $178, got it done. Good question, Miss Caroline. Jamal.gif, that's Theo Belgrade. What do you think you were going to do before you decided to box? I had no clue. Probably something with manual labor because I didn't think I was smart. And I realized I'm not stupid. It's just that I have a different learning style, and I didn't quite understand that. So I never challenged myself because I just thought I was stupid. And sometimes it's not you that's stupid. It's just that you have a different learning style. So it took me a long time to realize that, and I didn't have much ambition of being anything great because I didn't think it was possible. And now in hindsight, you can be anything you want to be, ... as long as you're willing to work harder than everybody else who wants to be it as well. Good question, though, bro. Just make sure the audio is good. And
smart, loyal, you a genius.
DJ Khaled. Tex Wiedenman. Weidenman. Thank you for the presentation. It was very inspiring. You were welcome. It's been a pleasure. Seth._.b. Seth asks, Seth Brown, class of 2020. Whoop whoop. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is gray because black fades and white's too hard to keep clean. Unfortunately, I sweat a lot and I can only really wear dark gray so I don't sweat out. But I'm usually just wearing black shirts. And I only wear shirts of friends, companies, and businesses that I support. Because if I'm going to be a walking billboard, I better at least support my people. Just like you should be supporting your friends and clicking their SoundCloud links. Anna Mason 54. Anna Mason said, thank you so much for the inspiration. I'm a runner, and whenever I feel I can't do it, I look for inspiration. But what you said was so personal, it makes me want to work my butt off. Also, if you do any other sport, what would it be? Do you run without music? Because that's crazy to me. If I could do any sport, what would it be? Any other sport? I would like to do a sport that was, I don't know, something that didn't require a lot of training. Like, archery. I bought a compound bow last year, and I've been shooting a lot. I haven't shot much in the last couple months, but I really enjoy the concentration behind a compound bow. And when I saw people doing it, I was like, oh, how hard could that be? One, physically taxing. Two, everything has to be so precise. It's ridiculous. I love it. Good question. Young Corp, Adam Paul Corpus. My friend said I'm a lot like you. I hope that's a compliment. And if it is, keep it up. And Lucia Trubiano. Chipotle bowls or burritos all day. Double wrap burritos. Burritos on burritos on burritos. And the only time I get a bowl is if I can't eat the burrito then, and I still get the tortillas, and then I put the bowl in the tortillas later on after I warm it up. Boom. Good question, though. Chipotle's life. If you do any other sport, what would it be? Rewind. How often do you go to Chipotle? Day. Actually, I haven't been going every day as much anymore. I've been driving to towns. Not every town has Chipotle, but I go at least a couple times a week. Do you have any trouble? Okay. Hey, it's Natalie. Do you have any trouble with anxiety or mental illness? And if so, how can you overcome it and be more confident in what you do and who you are? Actually, I don't speak much about it because I'm not still dealing with it, not that comfortable with it, but yeah, I do. Actually, I struggle with anxiety a lot as a teen, like terrified to go in like the lunchroom in school because there's too many people. I didn't like crowded places. As soon as the school bell rang, I was the first one off campus so I can walk in front of everyone because I didn't want to be caught in large groups. I didn't like speaking in front of people. I didn't like reading out loud in front of the classroom. That would freak me out. And as far as the mental illness goes, yeah, and still not 100% comfortable with speaking about it yet. Still working on dealing with it myself. But the advice I would give is tell someone you trust, tell someone you love, tell someone who won't judge you, and get help, professional help. Great question, by the way. And I plan on elaborating more on the whole mental illness aspect of it. I've been writing blogs about it and kind of my experience with all of that. And I haven't released any of it yet because I don't think it's completed. But hopefully it will be soon. Rye Guy, Ryan Estes, Rebel Tennis. What up? How do you keep yourself calm under pressure or having a fight? Preparation. I trained so hard that, and it sounds cocky, but like when I'm walking towards the ring, like fight time, I know I trained hard, so I'm gonna win. I know I'm gonna win. I know he knows I'm gonna win. I know everyone there knows I'm gonna win. This is all in my head, by the way. And I've convinced myself that because I put in all of the work and I know the truth is when the bell rings, the bell rings. Like the morning of the fight, there's nothing I'm going to learn or nothing I'm going to do. All the work I was supposed to put in was supposed to be done at that point. So stressing and worrying won't change the outcome of a fight. It would only make the outcome less in my favor. So I just have to be confident in the work that I put in. And if I'm ever at the point where it's like before the fight and I'm nervous, it's because I know I didn't put the work in. But that rarely ever happens. What made you turn your life around? Was there a specific thing that gave you the spirit to get back on your feet and strive? My pride. I know a lot of times when I kind of post something online and, you know, when I say it and I put it out there, I don't want to have to look at that and disappoint people or disappoint myself. So anything I'm going to do, I make it public and I hold myself accountable for it that way. Good question. That was Ian Dahl 36. Haley Bates, Haley_Bates 21. Haley Bates. How did you discover your love for Chipotle? Let me tell you. I never really went to Chipotle. I was always like a Subway guy, and then I realized how much food I could get for how cheap, and it was healthy food, and they actually are conscious about their ingredients and not having hormones in their food, and if they ever do, they put a sign to make it known. So when you're putting that much love in your food, how can I not love your food? Okay. Cody asks, what's your favorite place that you visited? Finland. I've been to Finland about 5 or 6 times. Beautiful country, friendly people. Everyone's really nice. Their police officers are all like 6'4". They're huge and buff. Yeah, it's like really, they're highly educated people. Everyone speaks like 3, 4, 5, 6 languages, and they're just friendly and welcoming. And good question. Majorly graceful. Your name is in Arabic, so I think that's Arabic, or is in scribbly letters. I'm not good with other languages, but Majorly graceful says, thanks for coming to our school. What was in your fanny pack? Rewind. All right. 1 vs. 1 in Fortnite Battle Royal. Colby, I can't. I've never played Fortnite. I refuse to play Fortnite. I don't have it in me, and I'm very obsessed about things. So if I started playing, I would have to be the best, which would take hours and hours and hours. And I would stop working out. I would stop writing speeches. I would stop speaking as much because I would need to be the best at Fortnite. And remember when I spoke about focus and how important that was? It can also be negative if you're focusing on the wrong thing. So I gave my best friend my Xbox, and I kind of had to let go of video games. Maybe I'll get back to them in the future. And actually, I definitely want to get into the VR world. Garrett.w.555. You inspire me to pursue my dreams and become an artist like my idol. A great man once said, words build bridges into unexplored regions. That is a great quote, man. Who was that great man? Was that you? you quoting yourself to? Jill Previte? Jilly P. Why do you choose Awesome as your last name? I literally couldn't think of something better. To this day. If anyone could think of a better name, I definitely can't. Mikey May, 45. He's on the sailing team. Enter the Swarm, Never Turn Your Back on Family, Rams FC, number 45. Jordan on his return was 45. What is your favorite music you listen to while you train before you fight? A lot of old school rap, but like old school as in like in the 2000s. Or anything with a fast beat. Usually rap though. I'll work out to rap. I'll drive to R&B. Colin McNamara. Football, hockey, lacrosse. What's your middle name? It's just the letter F. It could stand for friends, family, or even Philip if you spell it wrong. Abby again. Oh no, I already answered that question. Answer that. Round 2, Logan Paul versus KSI. Who you got? Actually didn't even watch the first fight. I do like that they're fighting because a lot of people talk about being a fighter and they don't fight. They've never tried it. I didn't watch that fight. I didn't. It's so crazy. Like, yeah. I've no interest in watching them fight, but I do like that they fought. I don't know why they fought, but I heard it was for charity. So as long as it's for a good cause, if it's for a good cause, you could punch someone. Other than that, keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, and sorry for the delay about this. I landed. I didn't bring my camera equipment with me. I landed in San Jose Wednesday night. Hopped in my car, drove 4 hours towards LA. Stopped off, drove 3 more hours, got to LA this morning, went to the library, knocked out some emails, got some work done, set up some things, put into my schedule together, then just drove 6 hours to Phoenix because I'm doing a couple comedy shows out here in Phoenix. So I'm in my van outside of Urban Bean, which is a 24-hour place, and I want to have this video up to you guys before you got to school in the morning. So it's 1 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna go put this video together and send it out. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much for having me. SK Prevention, thank you for having me. Your principal, all the students, and if anybody has any more questions, feel free to just ask under the same thing. I won't make a video, but I'll type the answers in and text it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But again, thanks for having me, and yeah. Be awesome or be quiet. Actually, it's the first time I ever said that, and I actually like it. Be awesome or be quiet. And I guess to wrap this up,